Okay, guys, I decided to do another one, a stupid hard one here, just to kind of give you a better idea of what it looks like when we're talking about a parabola or a quadratic. Okay, so if we did find the equation of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, that we know that's a quadratic trinomial, whose graph passes through the points 1, 6, 3, 20, and negative 2, 15. So what you end up having to do, the first thing you have to do is plug those in for x, and then what do you get for y? Okay, so we know if x, we just plug that in, we're going to get y, which is, if we plug in 1 for x, 1 squared is 1, so we're just going to get plus plug in 1 for x, we just get b, and then we're left with c. All right, now let's do the second one. We know that we're going to get 20 if we plug in our 3. So what's 3 squared? Well, that's 9a plus 3b plus c. Now let's do this last one here. We're going to get it. Plug in a negative 2. Well, what's negative 2 times negative 2? That is 4. So that is 4a. And then b plus c. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one a little bit different just to show you that it doesn't matter what order they in. You can solve these equations however you want to. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract these two. Okay. So kind of just like put a blinder over that middle one. And if we subtract everything, okay, that becomes a negative, that becomes a positive. I kind of hate doing that because it messes up with our later on. So let's just, how we're going to talk about that. Let's do this. Let's just put a negative out there and now I'll have to subtract everything. So 6 minus 15 is negative 8. No. 6 minus 15 is a negative 9. Sorry. Negative 9 equals 9. Oh, that's A. A minus, that'd be negative 3A. Plus 2B plus 3B. And that gets rid of our C because it's C minus C. So that is nothing. Okay, so there's no C. Okay. Now, let's do, so let's act like that got rid of this one. So let's combine these next two, and let's, we got to subtract 1 again. So let's just subtract 20 again. Okay, so that'll be, what is that, negative 14 equals A minus 8A, 9A will be negative 8A, B minus 3B will be a negative 2B, and then the C's cancel. Okay, so now let's get rid of that equation. All right. Now when we do that, watch this. I'm going to rewrite these over here. And if you don't like having the equation on the left side, move it over to the right side. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to combine these now because that's going to let me equal b. Negative 2 plus 3b is b. This will be a negative 11a, and that's going to be a negative 23. So b equals if I move this to the other side, I got to add it. So b equals 11a minus 23. Minus 23. And I swapped it here. Okay, that's fine. Now I know what b is. I can go back and plug it in right here. So if I do that, negative 14 equals negative 8a minus, and I'm going to do negative 2 times all of that, because I'm just going to plug all that in right here. So that's going to be a negative 22a plus 46. So that's negative 30a. And I'm going to subtract 46 here, subtract 46 here. And that equals negative 60 is equal to negative 30a. If I divide by negative 30, divide by negative 30, a equals 2. Alright, so I've got 1. Now let's plug a in to, let's just plug it back into this one. Okay, negative 9 equals 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 plus 3b. Add 6, that's negative 3 equals 3b. Divide by 3, b equals a negative 1. And now that we have a and b, let's plug it into, I'm going to go back and plug it all the way in right here to this equation. 6 equals a, which was 2, b was negative 1, plus c. 2 minus 1 is 1. So plus subtract 1, and c equals 5. Okay, so now what does that even mean is to this? Well, go back up here to this formula, this equation here, right here, and plug those in. So a is 2, so we'll have 2x squared. B is negative 1. Well, negative 1 times x is just negative x. C was 5, so let's just plug that in. That is C. And that is going to equal, what is our x's equal? Well, they equal y's. Okay, so that is our quadratic formula to where all those points pass through. And you could actually take that and plug it into your plug those points in your calculator, and it would spit that equation out if you know what to do on your calculator. Okay. All right, that should be able to get you through all the homework. They are very tough and they are very frustrating. And I will probably only give you a few of them to do, so know how to do them.